Is there any concern, if you're MLS, that this guy is just going to embarrass your league? Like, is this going to be like McDavid playing in the American Hockey League? Is it going to get to a point where he is so dominant that the rest of the league is like, we got to find a way to stop this guy? Like, this can't continue because we're a professional league and people are making a lot of money here. Is he so much better than everyone else?
The argument that I would make is that this guy torched some of the best leagues around the world for a long time. So
valid.
It should be expected that he comes in and torches MLS. I would actually be shocked if he didn't. Now, like McDavid level, McDavid's the best at his sport. So I expect that from Messi. If he's scoring a ridiculous amount of goals every single night and it looks like preschool soccer, then it's a different story. But I fully expect him to be the best player and
that should be
very,
the case.
very productive. Yeah.
And I credit him for having that type of mentality because he's shown up and he's ready to work. Like, he's out there playing. Like, he's not dogging it and just, kissing babies and shaking hands and taking selfies with people. Like, he's here to perform and he's a professional. And I think they took him out of the match last night. You see the stands just cleared out. Like, there was a great video that went viral last night. I saw it this morning of people in the stands just saying, check, please. We're out of here.
Sure.
Like, we came to see the big dog.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Got our money's worth at that point.
Great to see you. All good. We're out of here. Thanks for coming out. But, we'll ask Andy about that in about 25 minutes. And obviously, it's been a great debut for Messi. You couldn't ask for anything better. I wonder what kind of stats McDavid would put up in the American Hockey League.
Grotesque.
If you gave McDavid 82 games in the AHL, do you think he'd have 225 plus points?
Not 225, no. He would have more points than he has in the NHL. But the thing is, he's not playing with Draisaitl. He's not playing with Hyman. It's different when you go down the American Hockey League. It's a little more of a mishmash of things. You get some younger guys, you get some older guys. I always explained it to people this way when I would make the jump between back and forth. NHL, it's easier when you have the puck because there's options. Everyone's in their spot. Everyone's doing what they need to do. It's harder to get it back in the NHL. AHL, you can get it back, no problem. There's times where you're on your own because he's not where he's supposed to. Like, so there's a little bit of that involved as well. But I have no doubt he would be way more effective in the American Hockey League. I can't believe we're even talking about this.
It's the ultimate hypothetical.
Yeah.
What kind of statistics and what kind of damage would McDavid put up if he put together a full season in the American Hockey League?
185.
185. I think he'd score 80 plus goals for sure. Because there'd be nights where he'd do it on his own. Like, think about some of the guys he would burn past in the American Hockey League.
Give it a little more credit.
I'm not saying it's not a good league, Frank.
Yeah.
But there are guys specifically down there because they don't have the foot speed.
Yes.
They have the IQ probably to play in the NHL.
Lots of guys like that.
But it's like their foot speed, they can't get there. And against that cat, if he's gearing up.
Dude, and he makes some of the best players in the world look terrible on a nightly basis.
I want to see it just for one game. Like, in baseball where if you get injured, they send you down on a rehab stint. I need to see McDavid rehabbing in the American Hockey League. I need to see it. I need to see it. I want to see it. And I want to see his opponents mic'd up.
I never want to see this happen.
I want to see that happen. And I want to see the D pair he goes up against the most. I want to hear them mic'd up because I want to hear what that guy's saying when he's motoring through the neutral zone and the guy realizes he's not going to hold the line, and he's absolutely screwed.
If you're that guy, you're hoping it's on like AHL Live, grainy feed off some like burner phone Nokia. Like those are some of the broadcasts you get in the AHL. Like that's what I hope. Yeah, if I'm that guy,
that's probably what.
Hopefully,
you're hoping
no
for.
one ever sees this and they burn the footage.
That probably would be what you'd be banking on if you were playing against him in the American Hockey League. Again, highly unlikely to ever happen.
I can't wait for the tweets to come in. Why are you two morons talking about McDavid?
Why not?
Playing in the American Hockey League.
Why not?
And what kind of numbers this cat would put up.
Listen, MLS, I got a lot of respect for MLS, but let's be honest. It's closer to the American Hockey League than it is the NHL.
Of course.
When it comes to professional football around the world.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, Messi is still an absolute stud, and if he's in the mood, he should torch this league. But what you said about playing in the AHL applies here too.
Sure.
Like when he was at Barca, this guy's running around with Neymar. Yeah. And he's got Neymar's not playing in Inter Miami.
No.
Right? Like he's got some good players down there, but not at the same level.
It would be more of an indictment on the league if some, Johnny MLS guy just starts torching the league, then you got issues, right? But if Messi's doing it, I think that's pretty par for the course. He was going to do that no matter where he was playing.
Probably expected.
Even at this age.
Yeah, no, to your point, like at PSG the last couple of years, at Barca part of that. Look what he just did at the World Cup.
Yeah,
that's the best on best, and he was absolutely dominant.
Head to head with Mbappe. It was like, you're the young kid, guess what? I'm the GOAT.
Yeah.